Good afternoon. I'm student meteorologist Ian Cassette.
And I'm student meteorologist Cody Winter. And today, interesting weather. Started out a little warm, but definitely got a little cooler.
Yeah, as the day began, I knew it was going to get cold as the day went in, so I wore some jeans and a long sleeve shirt, but it was kind of hot. And I'm hoping this temperature starts to drop fast enough, but definitely did drop as the day went on.
Yeah, definitely. I was unlucky enough to wear shorts today, so I definitely felt that cold coming in. But let's talk about what actually happened around in Florida today. Apparently a tornado hit in Calhoun County.
Yeah, it was definitely an active day. Whenever you have a cold front like this come around this time of year, severe weather is to be expected, and that's exactly what Calhoun County got. National Weather Service sent out surveyors, and they found out that a tornado EF2 category on the enhanced Fujita scale went through and actually hit the Calhoun County Jail, causing a good amount of damage.
Yeah, I understand 2 people were actually injured, and that tornado actually continued on into Liberty and Gadsden County.
Yeah, it had a width of about, 200 meters and went on for about 20 miles and continued on to Liberty and Gadsden County as it moved northeast. But this is what they expected today. They had the tornadoes watch out there early on in the day expecting this, and it continued on as the cold front moved towards the east. And in fact, the tornado watch continued into near Jacksonville. So severe weather is what to expect with this.
I think we also had one watch until 2 p.m. over here, didn't we?
Yeah, and that quickly expired. But we're going to send it to the overview with Paxton.
Thank you, guys. Well, currently it is 57 degrees outside, so we are having those drops in temperatures, and the morning high was actually the high temperature for today at 70 degrees, I believe it was. So we're going to continue to be dropping throughout the night, and it is mostly cloudy. So that's going to actually keep us a little bit warmer tonight for the beginning part as it traps in all the heat. But as that begins to clear out, it will be very cold tomorrow morning, so make sure you do bundle up. And as we look at the satellite radar, you can see the cold front and all its rain passing off through the east coast of Florida. And it's all in Orlando and Tampa right now, so they are feeling the effects of that rain right now and all that moisture. And it's nice and clear in Tallahassee right now, and it will continue to clear up as it goes on throughout the night. And for a little glimpse ahead, we have some rain and thunderstorms that will be ending tonight. We do have some clear and cool conditions, and that will be continuing through the next couple of days. And the rain returns later this weekend, particularly Sunday into Monday night. But right now, we're going to hand this right on back over to the desk.
Thanks a lot, Paxton. So we were talking about the tornado that touched down in Calhoun County. So we talked about EF scale. I think that's the enhanced Fujita scale?
Yeah, and they used to have it just the Fujita scale, but they became the enhanced after they did a little bit more research into really truly understanding what the damage of a tornado. They want to make sure that people understand how severe a tornado can be based off of the damage that it creates and the amount of money it costs really is what it does.
Yeah. And wind gusts is also a factor in there. And just to give you a little glimpse into what we're actually talking about here, Calhoun was a 2, and that actually has wind gusts up to between 111 and 135 miles per hour.
Yeah, that is a fast mover, and that can cause a good amount of damage. It's exactly what Calhoun County Jail saw. So good amount of damage with stuff like this, and this scale has been put in place for people to have accurate understanding of how much damage it really puts out.
Well, we definitely have the resources to kind of quantify this kind of stuff. But let's go ahead and take a look at glimpse ahead. Let's see. Rain and thunderstorms are actually ending, and we have some cool, clear conditions coming our way, with rain returning late in the weekend. But let's kind of talk about today a little more. Really, the average, we were right on par for our average today, and actually, because of the cloud cover, we didn't get down to our average low during this time. So really, this cloud cover is cooling it off, but also making sure we don't dip down too much during the night. So the wind chill advisory, we do have it until 2 a.m., and that's actually going to affect the northern part of the Big Bend region. So places like Bainbridge, Quincy, Thomasville, these places are going to see a wind chill advisory. So it is going to be pretty cold with those wind gusts, so be careful there. And on top of that, we have a wind chill advisory. We also have a freeze warning until the same time. But that's going to affect a wider area. You're going to see Thomasville, Bainbridge, Quincy, places up into the lower part of Georgia and even northwestern Florida. So be wary of that. It is going to get cold, and we have a hard freeze watch again. And this is just because of this front that's moved through our area, bringing those really cold temperatures. And this is going to be in effect until Wednesday, and that's going to affect our whole Big Bend region. And just to give you a little idea of what's moving through our area, we have this huge pocket of cold air. Not cold air, essentially, pardon me, actually moisture, and that's bringing the colder temperatures, and you see a dry pocket right following this front. So just to give you a different picture, that was water vapor. Right now, this is actually the radar and satellite image. This is showing you the front that moved through, nice line of storms now affecting the Tampa and Orlando area. So that moved through our area, and just giving you a closer picture, Hillsborough County, Pasco, Pinellas, places like that are definitely feeling the effects of this this rain right now. But so the futurecast, what are we looking at right now? We are definitely looking at low front in our area, bringing some colder temperatures, which is really good in my opinion, just because I like the colder weather. But we did get a lot of rain, a lot of severe weather, but we are going to need to bundle up because that chilly air is coming on the way. So definitely high pressure system moving through, going to be clear and cold, and that's just because the front that moved in. But tonight's forecast, we are going to get down to 34. It is going to get really cold, but tomorrow we are going to heat up a little bit to 50. But for the rest of the week, I mean, it's going to be nice, clear, some weather coming in our area. Sunday, Monday, we're going to have some rain chances. But let's send it on through to Daniel coming through, giving us the rest of our look at the weather.
Thanks a lot, Cody. Well, yeah, you know, you were just talking about that cold front earlier, and we had all that rain come through earlier, and so far, after this, we're going to be all clear, but it will be very cold. We'll get more into that in just a little bit. You can see from our 24-hour temperature change, we are down 10 degrees from where we were yesterday. That's a huge difference. You can see like this little slither of green coming through. That's right where the front is coming. You can see Savannah and Wilmington are going to get it when it passes through them. They're definitely going to head their temperature down after it passes. Current conditions right now at Tallahassee, 57. Getting a lot colder. It didn't feel like that when I was out there earlier. It said it was 60, but with all that wind, it really felt like it was right around 45. So it's going to feel a lot colder, and tonight it's going to even have a lower low. We'll get to that in just a minute. But first, we're going to go ahead and look at the humidity. We see 67 in Tallahassee, 96 in Orlando. That's because it's raining there currently. You can see the difference between the east, and as you get over to New Orleans and Tupelo, you can see how dry it is already with that 44 in Tupelo and 37 in New Orleans with humidity. We'll be feeling that tomorrow. We will have sunny skies, but at the same time, we will be very dry, unfortunately. You can see from the water vapor imagery that all this dry air is what's causing those humidities to go down. You see all this over Orlando. It's even causing for really extremely high humidity in Jacksonville. They're seeing really bad. And for rainfall, since midnight, Atlanta's the big winner, almost. They got 0.8 inches of rain up there, and they're also a big loser when it comes to the temperatures because they are going to have a high tomorrow of 36, if you believe it or not, for them. You can see that their low is 20, which is even worse. You see ours is 32, which isn't great, but much better off than the rest of the area. You see Savannah's at 34 there, Montgomery 22. Tupelo and Little Rock both at 19, so they're getting really close to just absolutely terrible temperatures in my opinion, because I'm not a big fan of cold like Cody was. Well, for tomorrow, we're going to see 52 degrees in Tallahassee, about 37 in Atlanta, as I said earlier, and we're also going to see 37 in Tupelo and 50 in Shreveport, so getting a little bit better over there. And for tomorrow night's forecast, we have 19 for us in Tallahassee. That's absolutely ridiculously cold. Not my favorite temperature to hear, but for right now, we're going to go on back to the desk with Mr. Cody and Mr. Ian.
Thanks a lot, Daniel. So let's kind of take a step back from the actual Florida area, and let's go into the Gulf. So what's going on there, Ian?
Yeah, with this cold front that came through, it brought some gusty conditions in the Gulf. In fact, up to a gale warning for much of the Gulf, seeing winds from 34 to 37 knots, which is about 39 miles per hour. This is some fast winds out in the Gulf.
This is quite substantial, and that's actually going to affect some boaters in our region. We do have a pretty nice boating industry over near Pensacola, Panama City, a lot of tourism, a lot of boating. So that's actually going to affect a lot of people with small craft. If you're on small crafts, you're really going to want to stay off the water because those winds are definitely going to rock that boat.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, small craft, this is really not a good time to be out in these. You have to wait until these winds die down. I mean, if you're doing surfing, I mean, even then it's dangerous. So definitely dangerous conditions for you there for with the Gulf. So hopefully people aren't out in the waters. And it's cold too. I don't know why you're going to be on the water anyway.
Yeah,
Wouldn't want to
but
enjoy
it
that.
is going to expire tomorrow at 10 a.m., so it won't be here for long. So
Yeah. So
I'm going to provide some relief.
definitely some dangerous conditions there. But moving on to back into the rest of the country, as we have cold conditions, as I was talking about. Today's high, we saw 73, and that occurred early on in the day as we had that cold front pass on through. So really, we start out the day rather on the warm side, muggy too, but that quickly cooled down as we moved on. You can see for much of the rest of the country, well, temperatures are cold. We look at Minneapolis, 14 degrees it was the high today. That's the high, guys. So cold conditions there, and you factor in that wind, it's going to be even colder. Albuquerque saw 43. You move up into the northeast, 48 up in Boston, 61 in Atlanta, and these temperatures dropped as the day went on once those dry winds came in behind that cold front. 24-hour temperature change shows much of the same. You can see New Orleans negative 22 degrees, so 22 degree temp difference from what it was yesterday. Atlanta 10 degrees. So cold conditions as we moved on to the day from what it was yesterday. We had that mugginess in the sun, but that cold front really brought those temperatures down a lot. So 22 degrees in New Orleans. And moving on to the current winds, tells you much of the same story with those winds out of the northwest, 21 miles per hour in New Orleans. We have 20 up in Minneapolis. These are going to be bringing those temperatures straight down with that wind chill with those Arctic winds from the north. You can see Miami at 10, 16 Atlanta. So blustery conditions for much of the southeast and really much of the country with those northwest winds coming from this cold front. Radar shows that cold front moving across the eastern side of the country. You can see here in Florida, we had that cold front pass through earlier this afternoon. It's down into South Beach now. Up in the northeast, you have some snow associated with those colder temperatures that are allowing that to precipitate. You can see in Michigan, they have some lake effect snow caused by those colder conditions. Now looking off to our west, down to the Pacific Northwest, you can see we have this next kind of developing low. It will probably be bringing us some rain later on next week. So you can expect this system to make itself known coming into the next week, and that will be dropping those temperatures down once again. Satellite radar shows in the northeast, you can see all that rain and snow up in for much of the area, Maine all the way down through Pennsylvania. It's seeing a good amount of rain from this associated cold front, and that is bringing us a good amount of precipitation. And down into the southeast, much the same. That cold front moved on through earlier overnight and pushed off towards the east, bringing rain and drier temperatures. Airport delays show 157 minutes in New York, so unfortunately there, with all that weather on top of them, they are not going to be leaving anytime soon. But for the rest of the area in the country, rather mild conditions behind that cold front. So tonight's forecast shows temperatures going to be cold. 32 degrees in Tallahassee. This is probably going to be our lowest temperature of the year. And as we move on into 18 degrees up in Memphis, 14 in Detroit, 1 in Minneapolis, cold conditions, much the same. Tomorrow's forecast shows 52 is our high in Tallahassee. It's going to be a cold one. And as we move on to the west, milder conditions, but really cold area for much of the north and west of the United States. And we're going to pass it on to Daniel with more.
Thank you. Thanks, Lottie. And we're going to come back home a little bit and look at a picture that Kirsten took. You might have seen her on the show a few times. This is from the roof of the Love Building. A lot of clouds, really cold. That's pretty much what to take away from this. Good job, Kirsten. And for weather headlines right now, we see the rain and thunderstorms are ending, but unfortunately we have all that cold air that's going to be moving in. Not a whole lot of fun. And rain becomes late this weekend. Probably Saturday and Sunday we're going to see a good bit there. Current conditions, it keeps getting lower and lower. We're at 57 right now for Tallahassee. We only saw 64 not even 2 hours ago, if you believe that. And for satellite and radar, this is what happened. You see all this rain right here. It was moved a little bit faster than it's showing right now, but oh, there it goes. It's came through really quickly. We had a little bit of a break this morning around 10 a.m. between that and probably 11, and it picked up again just a little bit before the front came through. We saw a good bit of rain there. Not really as much as Atlanta did with rain, but we still had our good bit. Well, for a future cast, I'm going to step off real quick and show you what's going to happen. You see that low pressure is going to be moving off into the Atlantic right now, and it's going to have a lot of cold air coming through. You saw our high tomorrow in the 40s. It's not really fun. And as we move this forward and look into Tuesday, we have that high pressure. It's just going to keep that cold air coming. And as we get to the beach forecast, one of my favorite parts, we're going to talk about how the surf is doing. Ian might have mentioned the gale warning earlier, and we have surf 5 to 7 feet right now. But it might be, the water temperature is a little bit lower right now with all those winds. You're probably going to need a wetsuit and booties and maybe even a hood, if you believe it. Winds coming out 20-25 knots right now, so if you are headed out for our area, you're going to need to make sure that you catch the wave. If not, you're going to be sprayed in the face with water. We all know that's not too fun. And we actually have some good surf over on the East Coast as well. We're seeing probably 3 to 4 right now, which is good, and even for tomorrow we'll be seeing that as well. And as you've heard about earlier, that rain coming through this weekend will bring some better conditions then also. Well, on the water for tomorrow, you might as well forget it, because look at those winds and waves right there. We got protected waters are even rough, becoming even choppier. So if you do feel like going out though, sunrise is at 7:06, so make sure you do head out early. You got plenty of time there. And for tonight's forecast, we got 34 as our low, but sitting right around the same everywhere else, so not too much going on there except for really cold. Tomorrow's forecast, we got 50 degrees, real cool. Not too lot of fun. We got more wind coming out from the north, which just brings those colder and colder air. So it might say 50, but it could very well feel like the low 40s for us at that point. So make sure you wear good clothes there. And for a 7-day forecast, we are all clear for the next 4 days or so. And as you've heard earlier, that we do have those chance of storms coming in on Sunday and Monday. And we got better temperatures coming in. You see 72 and 74 for early next week. So we do have some better weather coming in, don't we, Cody?
We definitely do. But right now, let's focus on what happened today. Excuse me, I apologize for that. Lee and Madison, some trees were down on Bisbee Loop. Can you tell us a little more about that, or?
Well, it said, like you and Ian talked about tornado a little bit earlier, right?
We
but
did.
That was not sure what it came from. They could have had a small one come through. That's what they were thinking.
We haven't heard of any reports, but it could be just because of all the high winds that have been in the area. Maybe the possibility of a tornado that came through this area, but again, we haven't really heard any reports. But we do want to give you the picture that this has definitely been around Florida. The severe weather has been not just affecting one location, but definitely affecting a lot. So.
It has. If you go further north into Atlanta, could you believe that they had almost an inch of rain today?
Wow.
Yeah, not great. But for right now, we're going to send it off to Paxton with Around Florida.
Thank you, guys. Currently, the relative humidity is 67 in Tallahassee, so it is dropping, which is good for us. Not a lot of moisture and nothing like that. But in central Florida and in southern Florida, those dew points or those relative humidities, rather, are going to be creeping on up there as that front passes. And once it passes, they will be dropping once more. Currently in Tallahassee, it is 57 degrees, so it is beginning to cool down out here. And it's 47 in Pensacola, so they're already experiencing those frigid temperatures. And in southern Florida, we still are in those mid-80s, so they have not felt the effects of that front yet, and they are still on those high temperatures. In Pensacola, it is 22 degrees difference this time yesterday compared to today. So you can see how strong that cold front is and see how intense it is as well, bringing in those much cooler temperatures. And it's 10 degrees and 10-degree difference in Tallahassee as well. And then if you look at the satellite radar, you can see the front and all its rain passing to the east coast. And it's nice and clear in Tallahassee now, so we don't have to worry about those rain chances anymore tonight. Just a few lingering clouds, but again, those will continue to go away as well. And you can see all the moisture in the air associated with the front. And then you can see all this nice pocket of dry air coming towards Tallahassee, which will be a great effect from this cold front. So it's going to be nice and clear and nice and dry as well. And then as we take it on into the satellite and radar in central area, you can see that here's the front and all the showers, and Orlando and Tampa are being hammered right now. So they are not having too much fun compared to us a little bit, where we already experienced this earlier today. So that's good and nice for us anyways, not so much for them. And again, you can see it still lingering in this area, but that shall pass a little bit later tonight, so they don't have to worry about it in the morning either. For tonight, it's 32 in Tallahassee, so we will be freezing, having freezing temperatures, and 20 in Pensacola, so they will be much colder than us. And then these temperatures will continue to drop tomorrow night as well, so make sure you bring your plants and pets and all of those living things inside, because it will be a little bit chilly. For tomorrow, it's going to be 52 degrees, but notice those little suns. It's going to be nice and sunny, so even though it's going to be 52 degrees, we will have a little bit of warmth in the sun compared to the shade, but still bring in those jackets and scarves with you tomorrow as well. And then tomorrow night, that's the big story, 19 degrees. So just don't go outside because you will freeze, and that's not a good thing. And again, bring in those pets, but you know, enough about Florida. We're going to hand this on over to Ian with Tropical update news.
It's going to be cold, which you wouldn't be thinking we'd be talking about tropical update with it being as cold as it was. It's going to be tonight, really, but there actually is some activity that's in the eastern Pacific here. You can see a little bit of convection here going on south of Mexico. This is only going to be expected to be a 10% chance over the next 48 hours, so they'll be monitoring this, but for now we're going to have things on rather the lower side of expectations here for forming. But as we move on, we can see back into the rest of the country here, we have in the greater 48, temperatures are really cold. We have 34 in Memphis, you had 24 up in Detroit, 44 in Boston. It's raining from that cold front. So really cold, blustery conditions. Tallahassee right now is 57. We saw earlier it was much warmer in the 70s, but that has quickly dropped down as the day has gone on. So a warm night is expected, or cold night rather, is expected for us here as it moves on past this cold front. You can see winter weather has taken over at this time of the year, with much of the snow seen over the Greater Lakes. You can see the Great Lakes have a good amount of lake effect snow here, which is expected with when you have storms and this type of precipitation available at this time. And as we move on to the northeast, you can see rain all across the coast. Boston's getting a good amount of rain and mixed sleet and snow over the day, but cold conditions. It's very cold outside right now. And moving into closer up, you can see all of that snow accumulation, probably up to half to an inch of precipitation, meaning good 5 to 6 inches of snow. So they're expecting a good amount of snow here in the northeast, which unfortunately they don't really like it here. But for us back here, we had rain as it moved on throughout the day. Rain pushed on down southeast, moved towards the east. This cold front's probably going to stall out around South Beach, so they're going to be getting rain until tomorrow. But for us here in Tallahassee and much of the southeast, dry conditions are expected tomorrow. It's going to be a cold day as we move on. The rain passed on through, which we weren't really getting a whole lot of that, so we were all happy to see that rain as we got through that. But it's been a week or so since we at least got rain. Now, as we look towards our west, you can see the temperature change. It's much warmer towards our west, but back on the eastern side of the country, you can see it's colder. 22-degree temperature difference in New Orleans, -10 in Atlanta. So temperatures have dropped over the last 24 hours. Cold. Miami's lucky, +6 degrees. So with that rain and the moisture available with that has kept their temperatures up. But for us here in much of the southeast, it's cold. It's going to be a cold night expected. You can expect temperatures to be as low as 33 degrees tonight. It's going to be a cold night in Atlanta. And as you move on later on to Tuesday night, you can see lows in Atlanta are going to be 21 degrees. These are very cold temperatures. 33 in New Orleans. You can see it's going to be in the 30s in Florida. So cold temperatures there. And as we move on into Tuesday afternoon, you can see temperatures are going to be much of the same in the 30s, 38 in Memphis, 34 in Atlanta, and 49 New Orleans, 65 in Miami. So definitely temperatures are going to be dropping overnight as we will have those wintry conditions as they persist throughout the week. And moving on into the rest of the day, 57 degrees is the high in New Orleans, so a little bit more mild conditions. Tomorrow's forecast shows that it's going to be cold. It's going to be probably the coldest day of the week with 52 as your high in Tallahassee. Cold temperatures throughout much of the southeast and the northwest, or northeast rather. So cold conditions there, but we're going to send it on back to the desk with more.
Just let it happen. Oh, thanks a lot, Ian. Well, we had a lot of cold air coming in our way, but the rest of the country seemed just as bad, aren't they?
Oh, definitely. Kind of like a round two, you know, kind of going at it with the storm. So.
Little Roy Jones Jr. coming at you there, right?
Definitely. Muhammad Ali. But definitely, we are feeling another cold blast in our area. Lows in the single digits north of I-40, getting really cold up in the north.
Yeah, you saw in the national segment that Minneapolis's low temperature is 1. Oh. That's going to be their low tonight, if you can believe that.
And actually, just a few things to point out. Colorado actually -10 on last Thursday. So
yeah, well for now we're going to send it out for a last look at our local with Paxton.
Thank you guys. Okay, so for the 24-hour temperature change, there's a 17-degree difference this time today as compared to yesterday in Mariana, and then a 10-degree difference in Tallahassee. So we are definitely feeling those effects associated with this cold front, and we will continue to be feeling them later on tonight and going into tomorrow morning as well. And as we look at the satellite and radar, you can see all the rain and clouds associated with this front, and it's moving towards the east, clearing up in our area, but the Orlando and Tampa regions are getting the rain currently right now, but again, they will be clearing up later tonight as well. our futurecast temperatures, we are projected to be about 50 degrees tonight, and they will continue to drop going into tomorrow morning with 26 degrees tomorrow at 6 a.m. So make sure you have your scarves and your jackets with you tomorrow. Make sure you bundle up as well because it will be cool. And then tomorrow at 3 p.m., it's going to be 44 degrees in Tallahassee. We're not even in the 50s yet, still 44, so it's just showing you the strength of this cold front and how it's not letting up anytime soon, because those lows will begin dropping into the 40s by Wednesday night, but they will continue to be increasing a little bit going further into the week. And as we look at the passage of the front, you can see that it's just south of us in this area, and it continues to push eastward, and it's bringing in all this chilly air associated with it. So it's bringing us drier air as well for us, and we don't have to worry about that humidity either. And as this front continues to move eastward, we have this high pressure system moving eastward as well, bringing in clear skies and also that cold and crisp air with it as well. So again, make sure you do bundle up these next couple of days. For tonight in Tallahassee, it's 34 degrees. Those skies, they will begin to clear again as the front continues to move south, and a 10% chance of rain as well. Nothing too much out there tonight, but those winds are about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So make sure you do stay indoors if it's better for you to do so. And also bring in those plants and animals as well, because it will be quite chilly tonight. And then for tomorrow, we're going to have cold and crisp conditions, 50 degrees in Tallahassee. And again, those winds are still going to be there, 10, 15 miles per hour, but it will be sunny. And if we look at this 7-day temperature trend, we can see that it's 52 tomorrow, going to 58, and then slowly starting to rise as we get into the end of the week. So those temperatures, they will be getting back up to average for us, and those lows as well will be creeping back up into the 50s as opposed to 19 on Wednesday, which is nothing any of us here like. We like the warm Florida air and also the sunshines, which we have plenty of these next couple of days, few days rather, and those rain chances again will be continuing to come back later into the week. But for now, we're just going to hand this right back on over to the desk.
Thanks a lot, Paxton. So we ended off with going towards the end of the week, but let's continue on with that story. We actually have Boston College versus FSU this weekend on Saturday, and actually looking to be some pretty nice weather. And I think we also have a guest coming for that game. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, well, we actually have Burt Reynolds come and plant the spear for us, which is really cool because he played football for us, which seems like it was 60 years ago, actually, because it was 54 was when he played, correct?
54. I don't believe he played for a full season. He unfortunately suffered an injury that I think knocked him out for the season. And actually, if you don't know who Burt Reynolds is, definitely look him up. Football player gone Hollywood. Definitely been in a lot of features. I think he's a great actor, but I don't know your opinion of him.
He is. So. He was in the longest yard both times. You know that?
Both times.
Yeah, he was a quarterback in one, then coach in the other. Here's your 7-day forecast. You see tomorrow is, unfortunately, we're going to see the high of 50, and as you move through the week, it's going to get a little bit warmer as we get into the start of next week. You're going to see 74 and 75. Look back to typical conditions for, not when a cold front just passed.
All right, but definitely, if you liked our show, follow us on Facebook, like us on Twitter. You can live stream. You can watch the show anytime. Livestream.com/FSU weather. But
that's right. It's a great place to watch us on FSU weather on livestream.com.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have any predictions on the game, real quick?
I'm calling FSU all the way.
100-0. That's what I'm calling. I'm Daniel McFarland.
I'm Cody Winter. You guys have a night.